Richard Branson actually did a new SPAC. This is something that is really great news. I think this could help the stock price move a bit. If it's really the V-shaped recovery that we are looking for, well, this is written in the stars, unfortunately. Welcome to your favorite show here on a Friday, Virgin Galactic Fridays, where we cover all the news from a whole week for space. And after you liked and subscribed, I would like to go with you into those topics today, okay? First, I want to talk about the space performance because I was absolutely to the moon stellar. This week was pretty amazing for Virgin Galactic, expected because oversold and so on, everything we will discuss today in this video. Then I want to talk about the Richard Branson new SPAC, okay? Did he jump the ship with space and just went to the next venture and totally forgot about space? Virgin Galactic is his space baby? All about that here. And then we will talk about the brand new R&D center in the US. Right? They increased it 3 times of the original size. What is cooking? Also, that is a big topic today. And then finally, we will dive into the stock chart of this video. So lots of things to talk about. Stay tuned till the very end to understand what will happen next to your favorite stock. So the space performance was absolutely ridiculous in the last week. It was a result of an oversold situation, of a recovering stock market in general. And I think that some people said, and I got these messages all over social media, follow me on Instagram by the way, that people started to see, wow, this is dirt cheap, okay? This is really, really, really cheap. So they jumped on, and that's why the stock went from the lowest point, which was about the 6th of December, 13.82 to 17% up to 16.25. So absolutely ridiculous, great. Obviously, this is just a small jump. If it's really the V-shaped recovery that we are looking for, well, this is, written in the stars, unfortunately. No one can tell us that. But we are still, and this is important, guys, in a downwards trend for space. This is why you should wait until the last category of this video where we talk about the stock chart, guys, okay? So make sure to stay till the very, very end to make sure to not miss what we are talking about there. And you can see here that overall, obviously many people are discouraging because in the months of November till December, we lost 33%. But see how fast it's recovering as soon as we have a small recovery. Of 33%, we just jumped to 24%. And this is my lunch that is ready. And that's why let's conclude this category and jump into the next one. Richard Branson actually did a new SPAC. It's a consumer company focused on sustainability and the green future, which is always a good way to advertise things, right? And this is the company. Let's have a look what they are saying about the company.
Good morning to you both. Congratulations on the news. So Richard, I'll start with you for this latest deal. Why Growth Collaborative?
Thank you. Well, we wanted to partner with an exceptional consumer products company, and Virgin's mission and platform, we believe, offered the perfect opportunity to bring the two teams together. Grove is a fantastic business. It's got massive, I think, future growth. It's got brilliant management led by Stu. And what it's doing is deeply aligned with Virgin's purpose and ethos. It's at the forefront of the growing demand for purpose-led home and personal care products. It's focused on a sustainable future with the ability to grow quickly, to innovate quickly, and it has access to millions of customers, and it's the leader in this space. So it has an ambitious goal of becoming plastic-free by 2025, which I think all of us would welcome, and that was one of the key things that got me involved. And it has tremendous scale opportunity. I mean, it represents only, I think, a fraction of the 180 billion market for home and personal care in the US. But there's enormous growth, I think, for international growth and in the US itself. I think it clearly has the opportunity to become the global brand. And we'll work with that team to build it, establish it as a world leader. Stu, I think, could tell you a bit more about the excellent work that he and his team have been doing.
Yeah, the plastic-free goal definitely got my attention as well, Stu. But first, before we get into that, how quickly is Grove actually growing?
So over the last 3 years, from 2018 to 2021, our CAGR is about 54% on the top line. But the way we look at this, as Sir Richard said, is Grove's purpose has always been to transform the consumer products category. These are products that are in almost every home in the world. Hand soap, dish soap, laundry detergent, bath tissue, products that have a mixed track record in human health and a terrible track record in terms of their impact on the environment. And we believe that these products can be transformed to have a positive impact on our health and on the environment. And so if you look, as Richard said, at the market size here, we've seen really strong growth to almost $400 million that we expect to do in 2021. But we think we are just getting started in tapping into growing consumer demand for conscientious product across these markets. And we're only in the US today, but I think the trends that we're talking about here, God willing, will impact this market globally.
So as you can see, for investors like Richard Branson, like Shamas, it's important to always create new ventures, the next big thing. So you can imagine that from the valuation where he invested in Virgin Galactic until now, things have multiplied tremendously. Obviously, there was a huge, let's say, problem with the overall situation of his company, Virgin Group, and that's why he needed to take some chips off the table and put it into those travel companies. But in the end of the day, this is what people do. They take a little bit off the table, put it in new ventures that have more exposure to more X in the end for more capital. This is how smart investors work. This is why Shamas sold his private holdings in Virgin Galactic, but still holding his major holdings, as well as Richard Branson holds a lot of stocks. So you don't have to be worried at all. In fact, he actually said something on CNBC that he still believes that this will be the biggest year for Virgin Galactic and a great year for Virgin Galactic after they finish the enhancement period. If I find this clip from CNBC, you will see it now. Otherwise, let's dive into the next category. So thanks to a subscriber, I got this link actually a couple of days ago, and I thematized it in one of my live streams. If you haven't seen it, here a quick summary. So on a company's website called The Real Deal, Los Angeles Real Estate News, which covers also all California. In South California, Richard Branson, Virgin Galactic, actually leased a 61,000 square foot R&D building. Okay, this is huge. They actually extend the existing one to 3 times the size. So here's the news. The aerospace company backed by globe-trotting billionaire Richard Branson is leasing 61,000 square feet at the Flight at Tustin Legacy Office Complex, according to the Orange County Business Journal. Okay, and there's actually, I think there's just one little statement, which is here. Virgin Galactic currently leases 12,000 square feet at the complex. The company builds the new space as design and collaboration center where the company's next generation vehicles will be designed and engineered, according to the Business Journal. So the office is large enough to accommodate around 200 employees, and the company is currently advertising more than 100 positions in this brand new office. So I really like that news because this is showing you that after all, behind the scenes, there's things really much working there. And while the company is focusing on the enhancement and maintenance of the current fleet, they're also building the new fleet and also expanding the R&D for all the future products. So this is what you want to see in a deep tech company. I think this could help the stock price move a bit on the last couple of days where we saw the 17% increase. I think this is rumors that some people saw maybe as a potential to get in to Virgin Galactic, but all in all, I think this is something that is really great news. If you want to see the whole breakdown and analysis of this move, I made this stream, so check it out. And I really appreciate if you're waiting for the last category, because this will be very important. What will happen next to Virgin Galactic stock according to the stock chart? So still, after even this run of 17%, we are still not out of the woods, okay? As I said, we are since about the summer, since about the 55.91 closing number for the space stock that was really sensational for all of us. I think since then we are having a big downturn and downtrend. As you can see, this is the trend line actually, which I'm seeing here since about try to hit here in the mid of September. Since then we fight it a little bit in this channel, as you can see if I zoom in, but then broke through, then fight it a little bit in this channel, but then also here broke through, and also here broke through until we reached really the predicted $14 where we bounced off so far. But now it's the really important part. Now the next couple of weeks are essential. Okay, here you can see that we bounced off of this oversold situation, so we like a neutral. Then the short float is at 20%, which is not historically high. So none of those technical factors can help. So only what I can see is either a Santa Claus rally that might happen, or we might see a news come out from Virgin Galactic that brings the stock higher. And then it's important to break through the resistance of $17 to get into this upwards trend that we established a little bit here. That could be the upwards trend for the next weeks to come. So to get into that, we need to break through the $18, and then we need to cross the 50 moving average, which is currently at $19.48. And as we went lower here, now we go higher. This could change a little bit higher, but he will be very, very important for the stock to either break out or further decline and see maybe even $10, right? We talked about it. It is possible, guys, okay? The probability here is really, really hard to say, because obviously no one can predict if there's any news coming out. But on the other hand, you also know how the stock market will continue. I think it will continue in the beginning of next year to incline, which could give us good fundamentals. And if this technicals really push through, then we really could see something here bigger and go back to the 20s. That would be, I think, interesting. And then, there's a lot of months to pass by until we should really pick up the forerunners of the maintenance period that say, okay, the maintenance period is soon over. They start operation in the Q3. And then I think there will be many people that will be very interested to buy the stock. And we are the forerunners of the forerunners. So I'm very curious what you think about that. Let me know in the comments. As usual, or text me at Instagram, a personal message. I always look them all up.